Wanna be Ryan the Great, and today we are predicting UFC 313, guys. Pereira versus Ankalaev. Obviously, that is the main event of the evening. Alex Potan Pereira will defend his light heavyweight championship against Magomed Ankalaev. And yeah, we have a pretty decent card. I mean, you obviously have Justin Gaethje versus Rafael Fiziev, who stepped in for Dan Hooker on a few weeks, on 2 weeks' notice, something around there. So, yeah, pretty decent card here. And let's just get right into it. But before we get right into it, guys, make sure you guys subscribe with your post notifications on. Go subscribe to my brother in the Great Blogs. Make sure you guys go subscribe to my second channel at Ryan the Combat Great. Make sure you guys go subscribe to my main channel at Ryan the Great RTG. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Make sure you guys go find me at X Ryan the Great RTG. Make sure you guys go find me on TikTok at Ryan the Great RTG. Make sure you guys go listen to the latest edition of the CR7 podcast, and make sure you guys go follow me on Twitch at Ryan the Great Podcast. And after you lazy, I'm gonna start the video and let's roll that intro. Hey, come on, Stotty. Stop! 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 Red Slam! First pitch! Bring him in! Yes! Oh, damn. All right, let's get in the video. So starting off with our very first matchup of the evening, we will have King Green taking on Mauricio Ruffy in a lightweight bout. I'm going to take Ruffy to win this one by unanimous decision. I think while King Green's still an entertaining fighter, really one of the only reasons that he is on a main card at this point, I feel. Also, he talks a lot in the media, so the entertaining aspect, I guess, is brought into the equation. He still has I think his ability to win fights are not really much there anymore. Obviously, he had a really bad loss, weird looking loss to Paddy Pimblett, where he went for just a terrible takedown attempt and he got submitted in the first round. I did not understand what he was trying to do there. I think it was back at 304, something around there. I think maybe, I don't remember. I know it was Bilal. I know it was the card Bilal versus Leon Edwards. But anyway, I don't think he'll make that same mistake this go around. But I don't think he will win either. I mean, I expect Ruffy to dominate this fight. He's much more. He's a very aggressive fighter. Kind of good clashes of power, I guess you should say, in this fight. But I expect Ruffy to back him down with power shots and just really overall be the aggressor in this fight. It's not really too much, not really much of a breakdown you can give about this. King Green's getting a bit older. I will take Ruffy to win this one. And next we have Amanda Lemos taking on, I hope I'm saying her name right. She's a very younger fighter, 22 years old. Azamin Lucindo in a women's strawweight bout. I'm going to take Lucindo by unanimous decision as well in this one. Lucindo's looked great, though, over her past couple of fights. She's really improved on the ground, on the feet. She's really progressing as a 22-year-old fighter. Obviously, she's not really going to break John Jones's record when it comes to the youngest champion ever. She doesn't really seem too motivated to break that record, but, I guess anything can happen. Her takedown accuracy, not too high. Lemos is a bit higher than hers, but she's just getting started. I expect that to improve over the course of her career. I do expect her to really dominate this fight. I think she'll get an easy win. Lemos is getting older. She has struggled in her last few fights. She's also been pretty inactive. I think the last time we saw her was June or July. So, she's been really inactive, so we don't really know where she is at mentally at the current moment in time. She's also 37 years old, gotten a bit slower and all that, so, yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm going to take Lucindo by unanimous decision. Next, we have Jalen Turner taking on Ignacio Bahamondes in a lightweight fight. I'm going to take Bahamondes by a third-round knockout. This one is going to be very, very close. I think Jalen Turner can win this fight. But I think Bahamondes has really got to stick with the leg kick in this fight. It's going to be key against a guy like Turner who has the knockout ability. Something that I think Turner is going to have to do in this fight is he's just going to really have to be the aggressor. He lands a shot, he lands a combination, he's got to continue on it. He's got to really, really be the aggressor in this fight. And he's got to finish Bahamondes early, I think, if he really wants to win this fight. But as I just mentioned, Turner gets aggressive. Bahamondes, he does have the footwork to keep his distance and make sure that Turner does not land those combinations where he can follow up and possibly get a finish. But landing those leg kicks, obviously he has a good head kick as well. We've seen him get a knockout with it before. He definitely has better cardio than Jalen Turner. I think in the later part of the second round and in the third round, he will be able to take over, saying that Turner doesn't get an early finish. And yeah, I think we could see a late finish in this fight, and I will take Mahomes to win by a third round knockout. Next, Justin Gaethje going to take on Rafael Fiziev in their second fight. And this one is tough. Fiziev is the leader in the money line right now. I think it's he's like minus 115 on the line. So yeah, obviously Justin Gaethje had a pretty bad loss to Max Holloway where he did not look good, and then icing on the cake, he got knocked the F out by Max Holloway. Obviously, probably the greatest knockout in UFC history. But anyway, I will take Justin Gaethje to win this fight, and I'm not saying that he will. I'm not necessarily saying like I would bet on this, because it could go either way. I think this will be a really good fight. But yeah, he can definitely lose. He got, as I just mentioned, he got knocked out really bad by Max Holloway, and he's taken a lot of damage over the course of his career. But something that he's going to have to do better in this fight is utilize the leg kick. You're going to have to take away the power of Fiziev. Gaethje, everything that I thought he was going to do against Max, he didn't do it at all. I think if he does it against Fiziev, he's going to have to use the leg kick. I think if he's getting outstriked in this fight, if he's getting rocked, he's going to have to go to the ground, something else that he didn't do against Holloway. Gaethje is a much better grappler. He's going to have to use that to his advantage. He's also going to have to keep the distance, land those leg kicks, and then you got to get inside, land those quick combinations. It's going to be the long game for Justin Gaethje, because he tried to he got dominated by Max in the early rounds, and then he had nothing for the final few because he was just gassed and he was too hurt. So yeah, I'm not really sure who has the cardio advantage in this fight, because of the fact that Gaethje's been in the gym a little bit longer, but also we don't know what his workouts are looking like, so he could be tired and gassed by the time he even gets to the fight. Fiziev has only been in the gym for 2 weeks, and how much is he really ramping up for this fight? We don't necessarily know, but I am going to take Justin Gaethje to win a close one by split decision. Anyway, Alex Pereira is the main event, going to be taking on Magomed Ankalaev for Alex's UFC light heavyweight championship. And I'm going to take Pereira in this one. I'm going to take Pereira by a third round knockout. He obviously is the slight favorite. I think he's minus 115. Magomed is minus 105 on the money line right now. But I mean, at some point, Pereira has got to have worked on the takedown defense. Like, everybody just says, oh, you got to beat Pereira by taking him down. That's how you beat him. That's how you beat him. At some damn point, the guy's had to have worked on his take on defense. And it makes me a little confused of how nobody, or how everybody has not been able to take down Alex. Now, again, obviously, Roundtree, he's not a grappler, he's a striker. But guys like Yuri Prochazka, like, they're decent grapplers. Or he is a decent grappler, I guess I should say. Why didn't he go to the ground? Why wasn't he able to take down Pereira? He tried to do it a couple of times in their 2 fights, and it wasn't successful. Now, obviously, Magomed is a better grappler than Yuri, but I'm just saying, like, at some point, Alex has had to have worked on his takedown defense, and he's going to show that he's improved in this fight. I mean, the guy's not dumb. Like, he hears everybody saying, oh, you just take him down and you'll win. So, even Tom Aspinall said, like, I would just run and just take him down just to start the whole fight. I mean, he's had to have worked on it eventually, which leads me to believe that Magomed might try to kickbox with him. Magomed is also a kickboxer as well as Alex Pereira. I think he might make that mistake of trying to strike with him, trying to kickbox with him, and it's going to cost him. Because if he gets damaged in the early rounds, then Pereira's going to capitalize on that and finish him in what I think is going to be the third round. I think that he will try and dominate the early rounds. I think he knows, unlike with Roundtree, Magomed can go to the ground. And he will do it. With Roundtree, he just really tired him out for the first few rounds, and then finished him in the 4th or 5th or whatever it was. I don't remember off the top of my head. But in this fight, he's going to have to be the aggressor early to make sure that Magomed does not land those takedowns. And I think he will. I think Pereira will get a finish in this fight. He always tries to get a finish, and I think he will again. So yeah, those are my predictions in this for this card. And that'll do it for this video, guys. Make sure you guys subscribe with the post notifications on. Go subscribe to my brother Living Great Vlogs. Make sure you guys go subscribe to my main channel at Around the Great RTG. Make sure you guys go follow me on X Around the Great RTG. And make sure you guys go follow me on TikTok at Around the Great RTG. Make sure you guys go listen to the latest edition of the CR7 podcast. And make sure you guys go follow me on Twitch at Around the Great Podcast. Now for the I was about to say, let's get right into the video. And yeah, that's it. Around the Great out. Peace.